We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. That is incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2nd and 5. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Henry. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Boswell's kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers going to throw. Buying time to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Juwan Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second and 10.
On play action, now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And the final number here in terms of the top speed that he hit, absolutely absurd. Next Gen Stats has him at better than 23 miles an hour on that one.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. On play action, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. He gets it left side of Johnson.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
Right back to Claypool, this time complete.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Back to throw again.
This will go to Henry out wide.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And right side, Henry's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8 coming up.
They'll run it again with Henry. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll set up to throw. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On play action, Rodgers steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
A first down carry for Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Try to punch it in with Taylor, and he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. The point after is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And a busy night for Henry continues. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Aaron Robinson.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And some room to run now. And all the way down to the 9.
118 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On second down now. It's Taylor, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any...
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily there.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start?
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Dio Odangbo in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Dio Odangbo, his 2nd sack of the night.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all